Satan loosed after 1,000 years.
And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Wow, I can't even count those. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city and the fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. That's Revelations 27 through 9.
The McGee's Absurdist translation is
And when the 1,000 years are ended, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall come forth to deceive the nations which are in the four corners or quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to the war, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up into the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down out of heaven and devoured them.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes.
good question.
Okay.
Um, so this is talking about after the millennium period, right?
No, this is the beginning of the millennial reign.
Okay.
There's going to be two, Harmageddon and Armageddon.
Okay.
This is Harmageddon. Before and after the millennial reign, there's a great battle of all of the people of the earth, and Christ wipes them out one time. This time, it's with, I think the last time, which I think we're going to see actually in this chapter too. It's with his. It's with his word.
The word of the word
He
sword.
just speaks, and they just go out of existence.
Well, so I understand what you're saying. So he reigns 1,000 years.
This is fire and brimstone like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
But was you asking
So
Yeah.
this is
what you're asking?
let me see. This is after the rapture, or so like I'm trying to figure out because it talks about Satan being loosed
See here.
loosed again after the one.
Oh, this is
This is after. I was
I'm
trying to
sorry.
say it's after.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, see right here, I just read it.
I'm still right. There is before and after.
Yeah.
This is after.
This is after.
This is after.
So after so
The
this
millennial was awful short for me. It was only.
Didn't feel like 1,000
It was only
years.
four verses, so I got lost.
The millennial, the 1,000 years was short.
just a hop, skip, and a
Just a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah. But I knew what you was asking. I was thinking, no, this is after that
yeah, that's what I thought. So
he reigned.
after the millennial reign, Satan is loosed again
For a short season.
for a short season. Yes. And this is and this is after the rapture and everything's taken place, though, right?
Right.
Like people, so the people that are left here, those are the ones that are I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Basically those are the ones that are left, and that's like their second chance to come back to or to accept Christ, right?
Well, during the millennial reign, the people who came out of the tribulation period, the 144,000, and then the one sealed in the millennial will go alive into the millennial reign.
Okay.
They will have children, and people probably won't die during this period of time. There'll be no disease, no. You'll have the great physician on earth.
The devil's not here.
I mean, people used in the beginning of the Bible, they lived for Methuselah was 900 and how many?
It was 900 something.
49 years, 47 years, something like
Yeah.
that. And so, people will probably live through the millennial reign.
Yeah.
It's and so he's going to explain this here.
Oh.
And so, but out of that, some people will be rebelling probably against his because it talked about, you remember last chapter, that, you even the, uh, I forgot, some weird thing can't happen without him, giving it permission. He will be such a dictator that, nobody will be able to do anything
Oh
without
yeah,
his
yeah.
permission. Probably Jay Vernon believes that the Sermon on the Mount will be the law of the land,
Mhm.
and so, they, will be in constant rebellion about that, because I'm sure they will, through they will have knowledge from the tribulation period prior to that, thing of sin that they want to, but, with removing the devil, that will be kind of removed. You would think the temptation, but I'm sure people will be trying to do things
Mhm.
that are illegal
Yeah,
or sin, and rebelling against this Christ dictatorship.
yeah.
They will see that as being unfair, I guess. The what is like Joe Rogan and them, the one smoke pot and leave us alone, let us do our own thing. I forget
That kind of thing.
I forget what they're called. They're like they're anyway. They're, they're kind of like, just, we don't want the 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 state in our business.
Nobody tells what to do.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
antisocial.
Yeah, they go out in Arizona and up in the mountains and live a hermit life.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
True. So that brings me to my next question. So this second period where after the millennial reign and Satan is released and there's the battle and whatnot, um, like that people still have a chance to be saved at that
Right.
point, right?
Right.
But at this,
This is the millennial reign actually will be people's last chance.
Yeah.
but after the millennial reign, I don't know, maybe I heard it somewhere. I don't know if I even read it. But that was where at that point, they people are basically have to choose, and it's going to be very hard because the Holy Spirit won't be with them like it is with us now.
Well, that's what I got into with, kind of with, um, the Jehovah Witness the other day, was that at the judgment they would get to choose.
Mhm.
But I think the choice will be made before them, because all those who are rebelling are going to be zapped here. We just heard.
Yeah.
They're going to be they're going to be re-raised from the dead and judged.
Yeah.
So they've already made their choice by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I think what you're talking about is too, there's a lot of people that believe because the Holy Spirit's going to be removed during the tribulation period,
Maybe that's one thing.
that it'll be harder to accept Christ.
Mhm.
But see, really, to the thing during tribulation period will be whether you accept the mark of the beast or not.
Yeah.
And so, if you accept the mark of the beast, then you're choosing,
Yeah.
and it'll be more obvious than it is now. Now we don't really make a conscious choice to reject Jesus.
Yeah.
By not making a choice, you're rejecting Jesus.
Yeah.
But then by taking the mark, you're consciously choosing to align yourself with the Antichrist and Satan. And
That
so,
makes sense.
that's the dividing factor. Yes, the Holy Spirit will be gone,
Yeah.
and so there won't be conviction. But that's probably what you're thinking.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay, so
Get my stuff mixed up.
so let's read this and see how much what J. Vermiggy said.
All right. And then although the entire book of Revelation deals with the last things, especially do these last few chapters. Here is the last rebellion of Satan and man against God. The millennium is a time of testing of man under ideal conditions. As this passage demonstrates, as soon as Satan is released, a great company who have been under the personal reign of Christ under ideal circumstances goes over to Satan. From where did such a company come is a worthy question. A answer lies in the fact that not only do multitudes enter the millennium, but multitudes are also born during the millennium. See Isaiah 11:6 and 65:20. This will be the time of Earth's greatest population explosion. Disease will be eliminated. Since the curse of sin will be removed from the physical earth, it will produce enough. It will produce enough foodstuffs to feed its greatest population. The human heart alone remains unchanged under these circumstances, and many will turn their backs on God and will go after Satan. This seems unbelievable. But what about today? Satan is doing pretty well in our day. Man, I mean, I couldn't imagine seeing all this come about and then still turning away. Like, you just made this whole place perfect. Nah, I'm good. What?
Well, like I said, one of the things, well, you take it a step further, like we were talking about the Joe Rogans of the world, but then also thought police, because
Yeah.
because you know, the Sermon on the Mount talks about your thoughts. You know,
Yeah.
if you are angry with somebody or if you have lust,
Yeah.
so you can imagine somebody shows up to your door, you violated you know, you have had an evil thought.
Yeah.
You know, it's Christ reigning. You know,
Yeah.
and he will reign with an iron rod, you know, not a rod of iron.
Yeah.
And so it's not it may not be pleasant for those who haven't been changed, but like we, you know, we will be changed by then. We'll be
Yeah.
glorified.
Yeah.
Hopefully our sinfulness will be removed.
Yes.
But their sinful Adamic nature will still be there. They'll still want to sin, and to, you know, they may you know, some may learn from it, and
Some may not.
it sounds like the majority may not.
Yeah.
Force to have this it's is you know, Numbers is this the sand
Yeah.
of the sea.
Yeah.
It's a sad it turned out to be a sad chapter after all. I was you know, only 4 verses there. Like, oh, what happened?
It starts off so positive.
But you know, that's what where, you know, I keep pointing out to you, you know, that's the problem is today the preachers want to, you know, preach the positive. They want to preach the first 4 verses and skip the rest of the chapter.
Yeah.
Because of that, because you know, they want to have a positive message, but you know, the Bible is positive and negative. It has, you have the consequences of your of rejecting Jesus.
Yeah.
And, you know, and there it's we're like, can't you just, you know, let him, you know, why do you have to just kill them all? I can imagine somebody in their minivan out there, you know, you know, don't kill them. Not all of them, at least. Can't you save any of them? You know, you know, it's difficult for me. I couldn't sit on a jury and let everybody go. But that's humanity. We want to see the guy, you know, not get in trouble.
Yeah.
But the righteous judge has to judge, you know, or he's not a righteous judge. He's an evil judge.
Yeah.
And to not give men what they deserve, then that's evil.
Yeah.
You have goodness and righteousness is giving a person what they deserve.
Yeah.
and and we want grace and mercy.
Yeah, when I was a kid and I stole a cookie out of my mom's cookie jar. If she gave me another cookie for doing that, I'd have just stolen it and done another one.
Right.
But when I got my hand smacked, that made me think twice before doing it again.
Right.
And or if she was just said, or even if she just said, "No, please don't do that," I may have thought about it, but I probably would have tried it one more time. So sometimes, that's we need that harsh punishment, and we need to be corrected. I mean, that's part of growing up, and that's exactly. I don't care how old you are, we are still growing up.
Well, you're seeing the rebellion now of people who have been breaking the laws for decades now.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 years. I remember them making a movie in the 80s. It was the Corsican brothers. Um, Cheech Cheech made a movie in the 80s where he was deported. You remember that? you know we they and you do something for all this time illegally, and then somebody says no, you've got to obey the laws. There's going to be a backlash.
Yeah,
There's
some
going to
pushback,
be, there's going to be rebellion, and that's what I mean. That's what, but he's going to put down rebellion until Satan is loose. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
and I'm not sure that the rebellion won't start until Satan is released.
Yeah.
Because without Satan, I'm not sure there'll be temptation,
Yeah.
or there may not be sin. I don't know. That's it. So
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
that would be a good question.
Yeah.
Is he behind it all, or there's a heart of man, or we that, or do we,
Or
or
is
not,
that
or we do have the Adamic nature, so we should
Yeah.
we
Well, I mean, I guess that from the sounds of it, that's the point of the millennium, is to kind of find is to see with Satan removed,
or to
is that
show man what he would do with you can't blame it on the devil.
yeah.
Whenever he shows you the video of your life, the devil made me do it, like Adam or Eve. You can't say the devil made me do it. He's removed from
Yep.
the scene. Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's see.
You know where you're at.
Yes, the rebellion. The rebellion following the millennium reveals how terrible the heart of man is. Jeremiah said, "The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Right.
Who can know it?" Jeremiah 17:9. You and I do not know how vile we really are. We just cannot bring our old nature into subjection to God, because the carnal mind is enmity against God. Before it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. uh, Romans 8:7. These folk will live under ideal conditions during Christ's 1,000-year reign, and I think they will get a little tired of it. When he reigns, he is really going to be a dictator. Here we go. Uh, you had
Yeah, I told you. Ask your questions at the end of the section. So for the beginning of the section.
sorry, I get a little ahead of myself.
Usually answers them
Yeah.
for me.
All right, let's see. You had better stay in line or else. But they do not like staying in line. Therefore, when the opportunity is offered to them to rebel, they rebel. The nations of earth will again come under the spell of Satan and will plot out rebellion, because the rebellion is labeled Gog and Magog. Many Bible students identify it with the Gog and Magog of Ezekiel 38 and 39. This is not possible at all. For the conflicts described are not parallel as to time, place, or participants. Only the names are the same. uh, the invasion from the north by Gog and Magog in Ezekiel 38:39 breaks the false peace of the Antichrist and causes him to show his hand in the midst of the Great Tribulation. That rebellion of the godless forces from the north will have made such an impression on mankind after 1,000 years. That last rebellion of man bears the same label, Gog and Magog. We have passed through a similar situation in this century. World War One was so devastating that when war again broke out in Europe involving many of the same nations and even more, it was also labeled a world war, but it was differentiated by the number two. We have World War One and World War Two, and people today are predicting World War Three. I can use a further illustration from my personal life. My family, there were so many Johns on both sides of the family that my mother decided I should be J. Vernon McGee. My J stands for John, but I have never been called John. An uncle, two grandfathers, and my dad all named John. So you will understand why I bear the name of J. Vernon. I had to be separated from the crowd. Just because we had a similarity of names does not mean that we are all the same person. The war in Ezekiel 38:39 relates to Gog and Magog. One. I like that. And the reference here in Revelations 28 is Gog and Magog 2. Although the names are the same, this is a this is a different war. The last rebellion of Satan. Just because the two events involve the same names does not mean they are the same. In verse 9, there is a dropping of the last atomic bomb, the phrase from God. It actually is not the best text. It simply means that natural forces which destroyed Gog and Magog, one will destroy Gog and Magog, two. Uh, this last resistance and rebellion against God was a foolish, futile, as man's first rebellion in the Garden of Eden. Here, it is not the beginning, but the ending of man's disobedience to God. It is the finality of man's rebellion. Nothing remains now but the final judgment.